Hi, this is a video about downloading some Canadian Hydrographic Service data, high resolution bathymetry data, ocean bottom depth data. And I found this website, which I hadn't known about before. So it's data.chs-shc.ca/dashboard/map. And if you go to that, you'll find, well, it'll be zoomed out probably to the whole country, but I zoomed into Nova Scotia, which I'm interested in at the moment. I'm interested in this region. This is Halifax here. And I want to get data. I've already got data for that one and that one. So I want to get data for this box. So let's see. So you get to make choices over here. I'm going to say I don't want the 100-meter stuff. I do, however, want this stuff. 10-meter. Okay. So then I click over here. And it's kind of crazy because it seems to ask you the same stuff again, but I'm going to say that I want the 10-meter. I don't know what BAG and CSAR and GeoTIFF. Well, I know what GeoTIFF is, but I'm going to read the ASCII because I know how to read ASCII and it's fine. So I'll just do that. So it's downloading something, and then you click on it and unzip it, etc., and copy the files. And I've done that. So the files are these ones called Nona. I don't know how to pronounce it because I don't know what it means, but and I'll just have a quick look at the first one, maybe. Just the first one, whatever that is. And so we've got columns of lat and lon in depth and contributor. I don't care about the contributor. So I wrote some code. Oh, and it's a bit weird. How am I going to work with these things? So now I'm going to show you some R code in the R language. Turning off relative line numbers so you can see like that I'm on line 10 now. Okay, so in line 2, I'm asking for the OCE library. That's because later I'm going to draw, I'm going to use the color map palette. You're going to see how that works in just a minute. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm saying I'm going to be making some plots, and the name is going to be Bathy underline. And the first one will be 01, the second one will be 02. So far, I've only downloaded 2 of these. And I'm going to plot them independently just to see what's going on. And then I'll write some code that takes a bunch of these things and merges them together, makes a whole plot. So the plots you're about to see are not my final, not what I want for final. And so let's see. So let me look at the file. I don't know if you can quite see it here, but there's a blue triangle here, and that means the tab character. So that says I should probably just split this up by tabs. So that's what I'm doing. Read delimiter, and the separator will be a tab character. That's what \T means. That's good. And now I'm going to print out the first 2 lines just to see, just to see. I'm going to do this in a few steps, but latitude will be, it's the first column. Longitude is the second column. That's what this is doing. Okay, so this is making a data frame. That's the columns of the data frame. And I'm getting rid of the N that's in there for the latitude, and the W that's in there for the longitude. But I know all the longitudes need a negative number, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, so I wrote a little code. This little code is a little bit, I'm going to look at it inside out. So I do a split of something called DMS. So every line of this file is going to be handed to this function. It's going to be called DMS in the function. So I'll start here. sapply, and I'm doing it on lon text. That will be all the lines, whatever the lines are for every point. It's not gridded. It's just points. I might be gridding them eventually. It might not. I don't know what I want to do. But so sapply does that on each one. It's going to call each one DMS, and it's going to split the DMS on the dash. And I'm making a matrix from it. I'm saying I want it by row because that's the way I'm reading the data, and there should be 3 columns. And in this line, what I'm doing is I'm creating a numeric value. So I have to take the degrees, that's this thing, and then the minutes divided by 60. Can you see here that this whole thing is divided by 60? So the minutes are going to get, the second column is minutes, they'll be divided by 60. And the seconds will be divided by 60 and then by 60 again. So that's going to convert it to decimal degrees. And then I take a negative because we're in the Western Hemisphere, and I do similar sort of thing here for the latitude. Then in line 18, I'm making a data frame, and it has columns lon, lat, and depth. And depth's the third column. I print it out to see what I've got. And now what I'm doing is I'm getting a color map for the data. I won't be doing this in the same way later. I'm going to set a controlled colors, but for this one, I just want to see what's in the data. I'm setting the margins to be 3 lines on the bottom left, 1 line on the top, and 2 lines on the right. I'm drawing a palette. It's going to be on the right-hand side. I'm computing the aspect ratio from the, what I do is I find the range of the latitudes, and then I find the mean value of that. I don't have to do NA.rm, but I'm doing it anyways. Maybe I have to, I don't know. I don't think there's any missing data in this. And then I plot. Just get rid of that. I plot, so I'm plotting longitude, latitude, and I need to say aspect ratio equals S. I'm using a pretty small symbol, kex of 0.2, and a color, which is determined by the color map. Okay, so that's what that code does. And I'm just going to R script it. I'm just running the code. So the code is done now. Maybe we'll do word kind of text. So yeah, so they're not huge. I mean, it's 139 lines, 1,000 lines there and 65,000 lines there. Anyway, so it's made a couple of plots, and here they are. So that's the top part of, it's called Bedford Basin. And this is the one below. This actually stitches right below that one. And if I go back to the web page, I'll just cancel that so you can see this a little bit better. Yep, so what I've done is I've got this guy and this guy. And what I just downloaded was this guy, but I'll be stitching that in later. I think what I'll probably do is get that guy and that guy and that guy and that guy probably, and put them all together. And I won't be plotting individual plots. I'll put them all together. Okay, so in summary, what you've just seen here was kind of almost like a live coding, although I didn't type that code in. I had typed it in before I started this. The main thing is that website, really fantastic. You can see what my main newspaper is The Guardian, and also search Novanet because I was trying to find a paper, which incredibly annoying, but I can't find a paper. I don't know. Dell subscribes to the journal, but I can't get it. Well, that's just my rant. I hope this was useful to you. That's the website you want. The code that I showed you is pretty simple. I think it's how many lines long is that? 25 lines long. I'll colorize it so you can see it. Pretty simple.